All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rikakudash. Double honors to my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that's pushing the word and truth and sincerity. All right. It's going to be a short, quick lesson, man, about the Motb will be used as a future system of control mandatory. So it's going to be quick, just to, brandish, go over the mark of the beast, the RFID, according to prophecy, so majority of these camps, these other camps, are not really teaching the mark. They're not teaching the Motb, the RFID chip. All right, they're not teaching these things, man. Only Great Millstone is. So it's gonna be a quick, lesson, just to go over some things, man, with the Motb, the C hip. But I'm gonna start off with 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." So basically, the prophecies that's happening right now is major, and one of the major prophecies is the the Motb, the chip, okay, the little the little microchip they're gonna put in your hand, and it's gonna redeem mandatory. All right. So that's this is one of the prophecies that's really, taking place. And soon enough, later on in the future, Esau is going to demand mandatory for the whole world to get chipped. Okay. So we speaking, in the ears of our people. Who's our people? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. We warning you, not to take this C hip. All right. So these one of the major prophecies is coming to pass. All right. So I'm gonna read it again. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." All right. The Lord gave us the knowledge, wisdom, understanding to bring out these prophecies through the scriptures. Okay. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's talking about the scriptures. All right. It's talking about the Bible himself. The scrolls. All right. The ancient scrolls is the scriptures. All right. But I just want to bring that out real quick. Just to let you know the Motb, which is the C hip, the RFID chip is prophecy according to the scriptures. All right. But I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna go to Revelation 13, and I'm gonna jump down to I'm gonna jump 15. All right. He had power. All right. I'm gonna read Revelation 13:15 said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay. Now that, what do you mean by killed? It means you're gonna be ousted out from society, or another fold, you're gonna be, executed or martyred, man. Okay, one of the two. And also the image of the beast is basically likewise today. The image of the beast is a modern global system, patterned after ancient Rome. Okay, like democracy, what else? Centralized government, military domination, okay, economic control, surveillances. You got these cameras everywhere, Now they putting cameras in these newer cars now, these 2026 cars now. You're gonna have cameras in those, Forced ideology, wicked laws, idolatry, philosophies, against the scriptures, trying to like hinder the truth, from the masses of the people, from also hinder the truth from Jake, because you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, according to the scriptures. Okay. It said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. Verse 16. It says, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, Now, the word cause of all, which goes into, the global ruling system, all right, which is the beast system, all right. So basically what's going to happen is Esau is going to force, he's going to force a compliance on society, okay. That's what he's going to do, okay. It's going to be a force, all right. He's going to force compliance, all right, on society to take that mark, man, take that, that C hip, all right. Small and great. Get into small and great, all right. So that's basically, rich and poor, all right. Small and great, rich and poor, meaning that everyone is going to take that chip regardless of class, whatever class you in, all right. Whether you poor, whether you rich, all right, whether you in prison, whether you free, all right. Read it again. He says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, okay, or in their foreheads, like I just said just now, all right. The small and great, rich and poor is everyone, all right, regardless of class, man, okay, to receive a mark, all right. And that mark, the word mark comes from the Greek word charagma, meaning incision, stamp, or something implanted. Okay, so this little chip, this little rice grain chip is going to be planted inside your hand, your right hand. Okay, which they already planted chips in people's hands in Sweden and other countries as well. And I think people getting in America as well, but it's gonna be made mandatory soon after the crash of the dollar, okay? Because the changing of the money system, the changing of the economic system is gonna change it to the chip, okay? All right. In their right hand, on their forehead, all right. So that right hand or forehead basically indicates, a literal mark or deceive a device. Okay, it's a literal mark or device, your body associated with control and identification. So once you get that mark in your hand or your forehead, whatever, you're going to be marked. You're going to be tracked everywhere you be. All right. You're going to be kept tabs on, and that's why when watching that video with Aaron Russo and I forgot who that Rothschild name was. He said he's planning to chip everyone. Okay, if you ever watched that video with Aaron Russo, okay. So basically, like I just said, that right hand and forehead, it indicates a literal mark, or device, it placed in your body, all right, associated with control and identification. So Esau is basically, want to control you, and keep tabs on you, man. Basically being future slaves, man. Economic slaves, and that's what he's heading to. That's what it's heading to, being an economic slave. It says, and that no man might buy or sell. Okay. Buy or sell. Let's get into that. The system will, control commerce and daily life. Okay. So commerce is going to take place in the chip. If you ain't got the chip, you can't buy anything. You can't sell anything. Okay. You oust from society if you don't get that chip in your hand, So it's going to be a system, with control commerce. All right. No man shall buy or sell save he that have the mark. All right. So if you have that mark, you have that chip, you're going to be able to do these things, man. You're going to be able to do these commerce and selling and doing business with that mark in your hand. Now remember, it's not going to be actual cash. The cash is going to get ousted out. Okay. It's going to be a daily. People are going to be using a mark in their hand, doing, business and trading and stuff like that on their daily life, man. Okay. Um, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had a mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him both understand to count the number of the beast, for which is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. Okay. And also, the beast system is a modern Western power structure. Okay. It's going to create the system behind the mark. And also the number 666 is tied to that authority, all right, and control system. All right. So number one, basically the economic crisis, the global instability, is going to take place. The government pushing for a cashless system. And that's what's going to pop off. All right. Two, basically, digital ID or biometric system. People are required, to verify identity and digitally. All right. Implantable technology introduced. Okay. So, marketed, as convenience, payment, medical records, ID, mandatory compliance, basically without the mark, saying people cannot buy or sell. All right. With that mark in your hand, man. All right. So it's going to basically be it's going to be a modern day resting power structure, which it is. Okay. And what's going to happen to you? You take that mark, man. All right. Because the majority of you niggas is going to take the chip. Your wife going to take the chip. Your kids going to take the chip. What's going to happen when your closest one's going to take the chip? Okay. It's going to be a divide line between those that's part of the Western structure, power structure, and you not part of it. So it's going to get real. It's going to get real out here, man. In the near future. All right. Revelation 14 and 9. Now the title say doom for worshipers of the beast. All right. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, okay, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. All right. That indignation means righteous anger. Okay. That righteous anger is going to be poured out. All right. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. All right. Which is the thermonuclear missiles, right along with the chariots, shooting unconcentrated heat, laser beaming. All right. And the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. Who's the Lamb? Yahweh Shai, man. All right. If you take that mark. All right. So taking that mark means basically completing submission to the beast system. So if you take that mark, you basically submit it to Esau's beast system, man. His image. And that's the reason why Esau doing these things, man. They say basically, those who accept it will face judgment from the Lord. Now back to what I was saying. The reason why Esau forcing these things, because he know his time is up, man. Revelations 12 and 12, when I'm gonna close out. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So the reason why he got a short time, and that's the reason why he's going to force that mark, man. He's going to force that, that Motb, because he know his time is up. He know his kingdom is up. He know he's finna get off that seat, and Yahweh Shai is, Yahweh Shai is returning, with his angels. He's finna overthrow his power. So that's the reason why he's finna go hard on this sea hip, man. All right, and that's the main reason why he's finna go real hard all over the world, man. Okay. Salakia, I would have got more scriptures, but this is a quick one, because I did this lesson yesterday, and some spirit didn't have it to where I couldn't do it. But other than that, take the time to do this lesson, get this lesson out, man, because I don't want to put it off day to day. All right. So yeah, man, you know, the MOTB will be used as a future system of control. It's going to be mandatory, man. So with that, hope this lesson edified. Shalom.